In a small village surrounded by green fields, there lived a farmer named Rinku. He lived there with his wife, Reena, and their few cows. They lived a simple life. They didn't have much, but they were happy. Rinku begins his morning by caring for the cows. They didn't have a rich life, but they had a happy one. Every morning, Rinku worked in the fields while Reena prepared their meals. To them, this simple life was enough. For years, Reena cooked every meal on a simple wood-burning stove. Every meal depended on one simple thing: firewood. Every day, Rinku walked into the nearby forest in search of dry wood. He would collect what he could and carry it back home. But slowly, the firewood became harder to find. That small bundle would barely last a day.
Will this be enough for tomorrow?
Rinku had no answer. He knew he would have to walk even farther tomorrow. The next day, Rinku walked deeper into the forest. But there was almost nothing left to collect. After a long walk, he returned with almost nothing. Reena began saving every piece of firewood she could. That evening, they cooked only a small meal. Rinku was spending more time searching for wood than working on his farm. One evening, Rinku returned with almost nothing. Reena quietly came and sat beside him. Then Reena noticed the cow dung beside the cowshed.
What if this isn't waste?
What else could it be?
We are searching the forest for fuel, while our cows give us something every day.
That night, Rinku began searching for a solution. He discovered that cow dung could be used to produce biogas for cooking. The next morning, they decided to build a small biogas plant beside their cowshed. They began by digging a pit beside the cowshed. Slowly, the small digester began to take shape. They connected the inlet, outlet, and gas pipe carefully. Every day, they mixed cow dung with water and fed the slurry into the digester. Inside the sealed digester, microorganisms slowly break down the organic matter. As the process continues, biogas collects at the top of the digester. Now they could only wait and hope it worked. Then, for the first time, a clean blue flame appeared. From that day on, Rinku no longer needed to search the forest for firewood. Reena could finally cook without depending on firewood. But the biogas plant gave them something else: valuable organic fertilizer. Instead of throwing it away, Rinku returned it to the soil. With more time for his farm, Rinku watched his crops grow healthier. Life became simple again. Rinku cared for the cows, Reena cooked with biogas, and the farm kept growing. One evening, they stood beside the plant and remembered how their life had changed.
We thought we were losing our source of firewood.
But we were actually discovering a better source of energy.
Their cows had always given them more than they realized. What they once called waste had become energy, and what remained became fertilizer for their fields. They hadn't become rich. They had simply learned to use what they already had in a smarter way. Sometimes, the solution to our biggest problem isn't somewhere far away. Sometimes, it is hiding inside the things we have learned to ignore. Think differently. Waste less. Look for the solution where nobody else is looking.